大家好, welcome to our exploration of core TCM concepts. Today, we will break down some fundamental ideas that form the basic of TCM thinking. One of the most fundamental and profound concepts in TCM is the theory of yin and yang. This idea, originally from ancient Chinese cosmology, represents opposite yet complementary forces that exist in nature and also our body. Key characteristic of yin and yang. First, opposite. They are contrary forces, but also they cannot exist without each other. 2. Interdependence. They rely on each other for definition and existence. 3. Mutual consumption. They are constant in a dynamic flux. With one growing, the other diminishes. 4. Inner transformation. Under certain circumstances, they can transform into each other. In Brazil, as well in all other parts of the world, we can observe yin and yang in many aspects of our daily life. For example, day is yang and night is yin. Sun is yang, moon is yin. Activity, yang, rest, yin. Summer, yang, winter, yin. Fire, yang, and water, yin. In the human body, we need a balance of yin and yang for healthy. Let's explore some of their attributes. Yin attributes: cooling, calming, moistening, nourishing, also associated with substance, represented by blood and body fluids. Yang attributes: warming, energizing, drying, activating, associated with function, represented by qi, which means vital energy. When there is no balance between yin and yang, health problems can appear. For instance, excess yang might manifest as inflammation, fever, and hypertension. Deficient yang could result in cold limbs, low energy, or weak digestion. Excess yin might cause coldness, fatigue, and edema. Deficient yin could lead to dryness, insomnia, and hot flashes. TCM diagnostic methods aim to identify this imbalance, and treatments are designed to restore harmony between yin and yang. This can be achieved through various ways. Acupuncture, by stimulating specific points on our meridian to balance yin and yang. Herbal medicine, using herbs with yin and yang properties. Dietary therapy, recommending food that nourish yin and strengthen yang. This one is the most common and practical way to apply TCM in our daily life. You can start to pay attention to your everyday diet. Practice yin-yang, distinguishing between food. Qigong and Taiji. Practice harmonize yin and yang within the body. Understanding yin and yang is crucial for grasping the TCM concept. As the theory underlies the entire system of Chinese medicine, it provides the framework to understand health, disease, and the body relationship with the environment. Next, let's talk about qi. In Portuguese, we might call this energia vital. Qi is the vital force that flows through our bodies. Think of qi like electricity in your home. When it flows smoothly, everything goes well. But if there is one flaw or deficiency, problem occurs. In TCM, we recognize different types of qi. First, original qi is the most fundamental type of qi in TCM. It's inherited by our parents, and it's stored in the kidneys. This qi forms the fundamental of all physiological functions and determine our overall constitution and vitality. For example, a person with strong original qi might not have robust health throughout their lives, rarely getting sick and recover quickly when they do. Someone with weaker original qi might be more easily to get illness or chronic conditions. In elderly people, the gradual decline of original qi is associated with the natural aging process. Second, defensive qi circulates outside of blood vessels and forms a protective barrier against external pathogens. It's responsible for immune system in TCM and helps regulate body temperature and sweating. When you're exposed to cold weather and not catch a cold, your defensive qi is functioning well. If you frequently get cold or flu, it might indicate the weak defensive qi. Spontaneous sweating without exertion could be a sign of deficient defensive qi, as it's not properly controlling the opening and closing of your pores. The quick immune response when you get a small cut, like slightly redness and swelling, is the defensive qi in action, protecting against potential infection. Third, 邪qi, often transferred as evil qi, refers to any form of qi that can cause illness or disharmony in the body. In TCM, 邪qi is not inherently evil in a moral sense, but rather represents forces that have the potential to distribute the body's normal functioning when they invade or accumulate excessively. 邪qi is often recognized into the external and internal facts. External 邪qi include wind, 风, cold, 寒, heat, 热, dampness, 湿, dryness, 燥, and summer heat, 暑. Internal 邪qi can be generated by emotional axes, for example, anger, grief, or anxiety. Diary regulates lifestyle factors, for example, overwork, lack of sleep. Fourth, nutritive qi is diverse from the food we eat and the air we breathe. It's closely associated with blood, circulates through the body vessels to nourish the body tissues and organs. After eating a nutritious meal, you might feel energetic. This is partly due to the energetic nutrition qi. Chronic fatigue or weakness could be a sign of inefficient nutrition qi, possibly due to poor diet or digestive issues. The feeling of satisfaction and nourishment after a good meal is related to nutritive qi. It's often being applied when we consider TCM in our diet. Treatment principles in TCM often involve, first, stressing original qi and nutritive qi. Second, expelling 邪qi. Third, by regulating the balance between yin and yang to harmonize the body's environment, making it less sustainable to 邪qi. The flow of qi flows the body along specific pathways called meridian or channels. There are 12 main meridians and 8 extraordinary vessels. Acupuncture points along these meridians can be stimulated to influence the flow of qi. Qi balance. In TCM, many health issues are attributed to imbalance or block in the flow of qi. TCM method and assessment the state of patient's qi through various of diagnostic methods, including pulse and tongue diagnosis. Treatments aims to correct qi imbalance and may include acupuncture by stimulates or sedate qi flow, herbal medicine to notify or move the different qi from your body, qi gong or tai chi, exercise to cultivate and balance qi, diary therapy to nourish specific type of qi, tuina massage to manipulate qi flow. Understanding qi is crucial for grasping the TCM view of health and disease. It provides a framework to explain complex process and guide the approach to treatment in traditional Chinese medicine. The 5-element theory is another cornerstone of TCM. These elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, each related to different aspects of nature, our bodies, and even our emotions. Let's relate this to the things we know surround us. First, wood. Mu, which means your liver, growing trees, and rainforest in Brazil. Fire, 火. Your heart is fire, sunlight is fire. Also, beach is fire. Earth, 土. Your spleen is earth. Soil is earth. Metal, 金. Your lungs is 金 and marrow is 金. Water, 水. Your kidney is water. also rivers. In TCM, we use this series to understand how different parts of the body react and how to restore balance when there is illnesses. These concepts, yin and yang, qi, and the 5 elements, form the foundation of TCM. As we progress through all the course, you will see how these ideas inform diagnosis and treatment in TCM. While these concepts might be abstract at first, they are based on observation of nature and the human body over thousands of years. And because the culture difference, it's natural that you feel confused and a bit difficult to understand the concept of qi and yin-yang. But also it's advantage for you that you can start to feel a whole new aspect without cultural influence and constructions. Because when we grow up in China, the concept of yin-yang and qi is natural for us. So when we apply these concepts in our mind, it's more difficult to feel the qi flows or describe the accurate feeling without the cultural influence. On the other hand, it will become an advantage for you when you apply TCM in your daily life through exercise, Tai Chi or Qigong, or just changing your diet. The feeling of qi flow is different feeling for you. So don't be afraid of this abstract concept in TCM, and let's study and improve our health together. 那我们下节课见啦！